Alright, so I want y'all to ask yourselves a question, right? So if you just grew up in the world and say there's no TV, there was no internet, right? And you just grew up, would it reflect, would it do too much bothers to your life in your childhood years? No. Because when you was a child, when you was a little kid, a baby, and all that shit, you wasn't worried about no damn television or media. You wasn't. You was worried. You was into your own thing, man. Like, you was doing whatever you do, bro. You see what I'm saying to you? You was just chilling. You was fun. You was having fun off the littlest shit. You was having fun off of playing, looking at the lines on your hands. You was having fun off of drawing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of us did have those times when we was watching those TV shows, watching TV a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like SpongeBob and all that type of shit. But even despite whether TV was there or not, or whether we had our shows to watch or not, we was also doing other shit to have fun. Like let's be real, guys. We all know this. You know what I'm saying? We all know that we was having fun. We didn't care about TV or nothing. Or internet, or being on the first Instagram page and posting our shit and getting all these likes and views. We didn't care about none of that. We started giving a fuck about shit like that as we aged, right? So I asked you. Now I asked you a second part of that question. This is the second part. The first part of it was, would you still be in that situation? Would it do any damage if social media and internet was out? Television and internet and all that shit was gone. And in your childhood years, would that do any damage? No. But in your years now, and maybe like 5 years ago, teenage years, whatever, would that do something to you? Would it do something to you? It would affect you, right? Technically, quote unquote, affect you because you grew into that. So you're used to that shit. So if we didn't have that shit, if we didn't have internet and television and all that shit, as you grew up to age 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and so forth, if none of that was here in society, my dude, guarantee you it would be a lot more people on the earth, a lot more men on the earth with their sexual orb, with their seed. It wouldn't be so much men out here giving their seed up. It wouldn't be so much men out here. It wouldn't be so much babies that are born into this world guided into the wrong direction, because it wouldn't have been a man that gave up his seed or can't, or even release his seed inside of another woman that he wasn't ready to release inside of. None of this type of shit would have been going on around the world, is what I'm trying to point out to you guys, right? Think about that shit. All right? Without society or any of society's tactics and gimmicks, there would not be, a lot of people out here wouldn't even be caring about busting a nut. You wouldn't care because your aura field would already be up to a happy, level to where you don't need none of that shit. You wouldn't need nothing outside of yourself. You wouldn't need nothing outside of yourself. You got to think about that. So you got to really think deep and understand that all this shit is a fucking illusion. All this shit is a fucking game, my dude. For real, man. Like, all this shit is a game. It's a game for your consciousness, though. You are fighting against, like it says in the Bible, non-actual flesh beings. You're fighting spiritual beings, and it's a fight for your conscious. This is way worse. Like Kalai said, this is way fucking worse, my nigga, than just some slavery, them hitting us with the bats or the slingy things and all that shit. This is worse than that, because you're being slaved out of your own fucking mind. They said, nah, we ain't gonna take them. We gonna take their fucking conscience. What?